Imagine a promising young athlete with knowledge of how his DNA is designed to function. Knowing what kind of athletic activity best suits his genetic makeup and why. How much do you think this could help anyone in a professional sports career? It's a question Bryan Habana could relate to.
And Habana has it now. Habana!
The Rugby World Cup winner has certainly had a trophy-laden career for the Springboks, Bulls and Toulon. Habana has partnered with DNAFit in order to establish a genetic database to help rugby players. Via this DNA testing, Habana recently discovered he may have actually cut himself short.
Getting the DNAFit report today, there was definitely a big surprise. I think the endurance, leaning towards endurance, with that power component is something I didn't think, was in my genome, if one can call it, given the fact that I felt, I fatigued very quickly. So, being fast twitch muscle fiber athlete, that was a real surprise and something, now looking back at it has, shed a little bit more light in terms of I could have possibly pushed myself a bit harder in training.
As an active person, I'm always trying to learn and understand the best ways one can train. So how does this genetic testing benefit an athlete? We thought we'd find out by testing their system on a regular person, me. And so last month here at the DNAFit Johannesburg offices, I did a simple mouth swab, giving the DNAFit guys my DNA sample. And today I am here with Minki Chabalala, one of the in-house sports scientists, to tell me what they found out about my genetic makeup, and more importantly, what it means in terms of my diet and physical activity.
You've actually got a 50-50 split, meaning in terms of training, your body does respond well to both styles of training. Power being more of your short duration but very high intensity, and then with your endurance being more of your low intensity but longer duration. It's more volume training based.
The testing not only shows how an athlete should train and what to concentrate on to avoid injury, but also what diet to follow to maximize their athletic potential. And so, very quickly, this story became about lost opportunities. Mingi tells me I could have successfully taken a different path in life.
Now, one of your key genes there is the ACTN3 gene. That's known as a speed gene. It actually indicates also your muscle fiber type. So, with the CCLEL, it's most common in your sprinters, like Usain Bolt. It's known as the speed gene.
So I could have ran like as fast as Usain Bolt if I wanted.
You've got actually a fast recovery. So that means it takes your body less than 24 hours to recover from a very strenuous workout. That's a good thing. Yours indicating a very high VO2 max. It means in terms of your body's ability to transport oxygen to the working muscles, it does that pretty well, which is a good thing to have. Okay. Because in most cases, athletes, especially the endurance athletes, they want to get as much oxygen to the working muscles just to help in terms of their performance.
So that's why they dope.
Well,
they don't know what I have.
Well, with this, it's only looking at this from a genetic point of view. There's still other external factors like your running economy, your lactate threshold.
While my genes allow me to consume a high percentage of carbohydrates, fats, and caffeine, DNAFit did pick up a concern. I've never had issues with dairy before, but I see that it says I'm lactose intolerant.
So with the LCT gene, that's the one that's responsible for breaking down lactose from dairy products. Yours, you've actually got the CC version, which means you do not have the two gene variants that allows you to digest lactose.
So the genetic test confirmed, barring injury, I could have actually been a top-class athlete. This even sparked this response from Habana. As successful as he is, he conceded that his genetic makeup, was a bit lacking compared to mine. Well, according to these guys, there's no such thing as the perfect DNA. But it's easy to see how this kind of testing can help elite athletes. The knowledge that genetics unlocks can help them improve their training, recovery, and diet. And as to whether my genes could have helped me make it to the very top, well, I guess I'll never know. Nokwe, Johannesburg.